IFL Network.
Some Friday night football. Welcome to the South Bay and the SAP Center. As the Panthers are back at home taking on the Tucson Sugar Skulls here tonight. Bay Area Panthers, a tough loss last week, trying to get back on track as Josh Jones leads this Bay Area Panthers offense into this matchup with Tucson. Along with Super Bowl champion Robert Turbin, Roxy Bernstein with you. And the 4-game winning streak came to an end last week at the hands of Arizona, but one game back in the Western Conference, a pivotal matchup tonight for the Bay Area Panthers.
Yeah, and this is a team that really believes they can win the championship. They have championship caliber players and obviously a championship caliber coach, understanding how critical each game is and so important to get back into the win column tonight.
Speaking of championship level talent, you got to get the football to your playmakers. The Bay Area Panthers get it to Josh Tomas.
Yeah, and Josh Tomas, it seems like every other time he has a football in his hands, he finds his way into the end zone. And he's really dynamic where, you know, he's running the football as a running back, but can catch the football as a wide receiver as well. So you don't know where he's lined up, and that's what makes him so dangerous.
Electrifying Josh Tomas sparks this offense for the Panthers, going up against Tucson here tonight, as just one game separates these two teams in the standings, with the Bay Area Panthers one game out of first in the Western Conference. We'll kick it off next from San Jose, the Bay Area Panthers and the Tucson Sugar Skulls.
There are even more ways to win at Bay 101 Casino. Play now and you could win the South Bay's biggest progressive jackpot. There's excitement in every hand with games like 3-card poker, Crazy 4 poker, and Ultimate Texas Hold'em. For just $1, you could win up to $250,000. Play the new progressive jackpot right now at Bay 101 Casino in San Jose, Silicon Valley's place to play.
Everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the mouth. Bring the fight to them. Play with passion, energy, and enthusiasm. Y'all with me on that? 1-0 is the goal. Every freaking weekend. Play your asses off tonight. Play hard tonight. We work harder than that. But we gotta prove it. Y'all with me on this? Here we go. 1-0's the goal. 1-0 on 3. 1, 2, 3. 1-0. Let's go. Get out there.
Some of the sights from game day. The Bay Area Panthers and the Tucson Sugar Skulls. Billy Back, a 5-time Indoor Football League champion in his second season as the head coach in Tucson, has him off to a 3-3 start. The energetic Rob Keefe. What a job he did last season. His first year as the head coach, of course, a part of the championship season in 2023 as the assistant head coach for the Panthers. And now in year 2, an impressive mark for Rob Keefe, 17-5 in his 1+ years as the head coach of the Bay Area Panthers.
Yeah, no stranger to rebuilding teams. Every time he becomes a head coach, it seems like that team becomes a championship caliber team. He took over this Bay Area Panthers team when they're just 1-15, Rocks. And then they go on to win the championship. And so it just shows the level of coaching Rob Keefe is.
Tucson won the toss and deferred. And their kicker, Kevin Macias, just rocked it out of bounds. And it'll be a Bay Area Panthers football as Josh Jones will go to work. Josh Jones, there are his numbers so far on the season. And even in the loss against Arizona, the Rattlers last week, threw 3 touchdowns, ran for 2 more. And it was a back and forth, tremendous football game last week down in the desert.
Yeah, and he's really most dangerous when he's utilizing his legs and being able to find space running the football, and that'll be part of the game plan tonight for the Bay Area Panthers. The one thing that they want to avoid is, having Josh sitting in the pocket, Josh Jones sitting in the pocket for a long time, getting the ball out of his hands quickly. That's the key for him to having some early success.
Josh Tomas on his right hip, and Tomas goes straight up the middle, a big hole, and he gets into Tucson territory. Breaks off a huge run on the first play.
And it won't be to anybody's surprise if Josh Tomas ends up at the next level at some point. Look at the job of the offensive line right here, opening up a big hole, and the great vision there by Josh Tomas to be able to accelerate and get big yardage. We're going to be seeing a lot of him tonight running the football.
Tariq Bracy finally on the tackle, the local kid. He went to Milpitas High School, played his college football at Notre Dame, Bracy. And first down from the Tucson 15. Jones keeps it, finds the end zone. 2 plays and a Bay Area Panthers touchdown.
Just like my son says, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And I told you how Josh Jones, he's dangerous when he's utilizing his feet. Right there, a great example. You get the run game going, now you fake it to the running back, and you've got an open space there for Josh Jones then to be able to use his speed and get into the end zone. An early score for the Panthers, a nice start.
15-yard touchdown run for Jones. And just over a minute into this game, and now Axel Perez on for the extra point. Out of the hold of Jones, and Perez the kick, and it is good, and what a start for the Panthers.
No doubt about it. You're talking about a team who lost their first game of the season, going a 4-game win streak, lost last week, so you can sense the sense of urgency that the Panthers are playing with right now.
Our keys to the game tonight, and this is what you're looking for tonight, Rob.
Yeah, for the Sugar Skulls, look, if they mix up their defensive coverages, it'll play to their advantage, trying to get Josh Jones to hold the football a little longer in the pocket. Then they got to dominate the ground game. 4 touchdowns by Williams last week. All right, they want to get their ground game going. For the Panthers, they got to get pressure on the quarterback. They only had 1 sack last week, so this defense really needs to step up, and then they got to stay on schedule, right? Convert on first downs, all right, repeatedly throughout the game. That way they're able to get in the end zone and score more points. A great example on the first drive right there.
And also keep in mind for Bay Area, they have the #1 scoring defense in the IFL. And that's something that Rob Keefe can rely on. And even though it gave up 53 points last week in that back and forth matchup with Arizona, this is a strong defense that has really good fundamentals.
No doubt about it. You got Tyler Watson out there playing safety. He's got multiple interceptions this year. Joe Fouché has been an elite corner for them this year. He's got multiple interceptions in the secondary this year. So the secondary has been solid for them. It's about up front now, getting pressure on the quarterback.
Unfortunately, no Joe Fouché tonight, who's a bit banged up. And on the return, and Tucson will bring it back, and getting it right across midfield on the other side of the 25. And a solid return for Tucson, run back by Jameis Williams. And now Jorge Reyna, the Fresno State product, will take this Tucson offense out onto the field.
Yeah, Jorge Reyna, a little bit of a journeyman, played for a bunch of teams here in the IFL, plays with a chip on his shoulder, but he's the key that unlocks this offense, and in order for this offense to go, he's going to have a great game tonight.
Yeah, Reina's been with Vegas, San Diego, Arizona, now playing with Tucson. And from the midfield line, Reina, they'll run it with Jameis Williams, tries to bounce it to the outside, and he's wrestled down after a pickup of 2, maybe 3. BJ Taufalele, the first man there for Bay Area.
BJ Taufalele, the leader of this defense. As we took a look at the starters, and Taufalele, you see him there, number 0. He's the guy that's going to be making all the calls for this defense and make sure everybody's lined up in the right spot. He's the captain. He'll be leading the way all night.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7 for the Sugar Skulls at the Panthers 22. Reina from the pocket, under pressure on the move, and he throws it wide, and it goes into the seats, and it'll bring up a 3rd and long for Tucson.
Yeah, and exactly what this defense wants to do. You can see right there, Reina, his first option wasn't open right. You make him and force him to go through his progression, make him move his feet a little bit. He gets a little bit uncomfortable in the pocket. You force a throwaway. Nice job by the defense right there.
Jorge Reina, the 6'1 veteran. 2 years at Fresno State, the Downey, California native. 2 motion men going. Reina throws over the middle, coming back for it. The catch made. Larry Harrington bounces it down to the 5. Or just short of the 5-yard line. And Harrington, an interesting guy, will play some quarterback and receiver for the Sugar Skulls.
Well, he's a great athlete. We know he can throw the football and look for some trick plays, you know, from this Tucson team with him, but great hands as well, able to find an open spot there, wide open within this defense and get the first down.
1st and goal for Tucson at the 6. After the 3rd down conversion for the Sugar Skulls. Empty backfield for Reina. In the circular motion, the handoff, breaking a tackle into the end zone. Touchdown Tucson. Jameis Williams finds the end zone, and now an extra point for the Sugar Skulls can tie it.
Well, he's starting right where he left off last week. 4 rushing touchdowns last week for Williams, and you're going to see a heavy dose of him tonight because that is what he can do right there. He can find the end zone. Nice run right there by Williams.
Now Kevin Macias on for the extra point. 2nd year in the IFL for Macias, who nails the extra point, and we are knotted at 7. 10:50 to go. Initial drive, touchdowns for both teams were 7-7 early in the 1st in San Jose.
You've been on for too long. Online, on call, and on the go. It's time to chill out and take a break in California's newest getaway spot, where you don't have to go far to get lost. Where sipping is a local pastime. And where down to earth means straight from the soil. Visit Morgan Hill. That's more like it.
There are even more ways to win at Bay 101 Casino. Turn $1 into $50,000 when you play our all-new Blazing Sevens Blackjack Progressive. It's live now. Just $1 gives you 6 different ways to win. Or play 3-card poker, Crazy 4 poker, and Ultimate Texas Hold'em. And you could win the South Bay's biggest progressive jackpot. We're saving a seat for you at Bay 101 Casino in San Jose, Silicon Valley's place to play.
We want to hear your outdoor voices indoors this spring and summer at the SAP Center. The Bay Area Panthers are back. Catch all the intensity of indoor football this season. Players flying, takedown tackles, and touchdowns. It's the fastest game on 50 yards. The Bay Area Panthers' next home game, Saturday, June 7th at the SAP Center. Prices start at less than $20. Find those and more on sale now at BayAreaPanthers.com.
The Panthers in Tucson tied at 7, 10:50 to go 1st quarter. And earlier, this was the head coach of the Bay Area Panthers, Rob Keefe, in the locker room with his guys.
Friday Night Lights. Friday Night Lights. Just like we remember in high school. This is what this is, man. Back to the days of playing football, man. Back to the days of playing real football. Real football where you loved it, you cared about it, you wanted to be it. Now you're here. Imagine where you were 10 years ago. This is where you wanted to be, man. Let's play football, man. Execute tonight. We prepared all week for this. Execute tonight. Back on the winning track. Everybody with me on that? Sure. Back on the winning track. Everybody with me on that? Sure.
Are you copying it? Can you print it? Maybe, did they allow that? I told you to have the website. Well, basically. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could probably print them, but I don't know officially. I mean, yes, I would say yes. But I don't know what your teacher will say. I mean, use your judgment. I'd say if you think so, then yes. So I dropped your medicine there.
Oh, what? That hurt? Yes. I felt like you could see the sun. You could see it there from now. No, this can't be all in one night. Did you never do your homework? Wow. Half of it, let's just bring it. See? 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 So there's 12 cream on it and it's a lot of chocolate. What?
Do you think I could just sprinkle nuts into my milk?
What? Yeah. For the first time, you're by March. No, you haven't. I'm gonna take this because I got it repeated. Was it good? Amazing. Okay, I'm gonna put it on the face. What? In a minute. God. Yeah, Ben. Ben, mom says it. Yeah, she like she's like, I'll just put it like an hour video game. What you do your homework. I just want to go out there and so you go to that. We're just a little that looks a little. Pocket or maybe just cut it so it's not long. Thank you. Good. Yeah. I've been doing homework all day. I don't have that much homework.
Are you sure? I've been doing homework all day. Since 3:15. Something like 9 hours.
let's take a pause. Okay. You probably got a good 30 minutes. So take a 10-minute break. Go get some ice cream, go to dinner with dad. And then from 9 to 9:30, finish up what you can. And then show us more. Be right. That's all you can do. Are you okay with filming the show? The other thing is, you have a photo. I mean, I feel like take the notes you have, take a 10-minute break, and then come back and read your own thing. Thanks so much. Taking care of your skin is like brushing your teeth and like deodorant, okay? So like, I feel like it's part of hygiene. So it's kind of like you were like, I'm like brush your teeth, and you're like, no, dirty. Kind of like taking care of your skin and your teeth, deodorant, and your clothes, washing your bottom, like it's all part of like being human.
Thinking that would be fun. I can imagine it in my head. Sean, that's cool. Who are you? The name's Safety. The name's Safety guy.
Yeah.
state grade.